1 year has passed since the end of the great conflict between Dana and Rena. The two worlds have finally joined and literally merged into one. A single planet now exists, teeming with all 6 elements, as it always should have. But with a new world comes a new set of problems. Unprepared for the changes thrust upon them, Danans and Renans now find themselves forced to live side by side. And though the initial chaos of the Great Convergence has faded, the people of this new world are realizing that some scars are not so easily healed. And so, our journey continues.
There she is! Don't let her get away!
After her!
This way! Right! She's gone. There's no way.
She's gotta be nearby. Find her!
The weather is so nice today. It's a shame we can't enjoy it with all these Zoogles around.
Stay alert, Shion. Danger could be lurking in the shadows.
I could say the same to you. If you get injured, it's going to hurt now, you know. So, the mausoleum is somewhere around here?
That's what I heard. We'll have to get more details from Bayfon when we meet up with him in the city.
I wonder if the others have already arrived in Niez by now.
It'll be good to see them again. It's been so long since we were all together.
Hey, you! Did you see a Renan brat around here?
You're looking for a child? A Renan?
Yeah, that's right. And get this. That kid is the daughter of a lord.
A lord?
Hey, wait a sec. That there on your back, is that... No mistake, it is. You're the blazing sword, aren't you?
Oh, he is! Talk about lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Even if she's just a kid, she's still the daughter of a Renan lord. But if we've got you with us, we'll have nothing to fear.
Sorry, but I can't help.
Hey, you gotta be kidding me, man. She's a lord's daughter. They're your enemy, right?
You're the blazing sword. It's just common sense that you'd help us.
Come to think of it, rumor has it he's been traveling with some Bright Eyes chick. Wait, is that why?
And what if it is? Is that a problem?
Forget about it. Let's get out of here.
A Lord's daughter, huh? I wonder whose.
Regardless of who it may be, it doesn't make chasing her down okay, now does it?
You're right, of course. Let's go find her before anyone else does.
Get back!
Let's get It's over with.
Yeah, I'm worried about that girl. Magna Ray! By the beat to the punch.
I may as well take the rest.
Rising Wyvern!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Burning strike! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Wait! Hey, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt you, okay? You're the daughter of a lord, aren't you? You can relax. We'd heard people were after you. The blazing sword of Dana?
Is there any way we can help you?
Why?
What do you mean? You're being chased, aren't you?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Okay, but it's dangerous to be out here all alone. Won't you at least come with us to Nias?
That's where I got kicked out of.
Bayfon should be in Nias, right?
I want to know what's going on. If you come with us, I'm sure we can get this straightened out.
If we go our separate ways, we won't cause each other any problems.
Problems? What kind of problems?
Why?
We just want to help. Isn't that enough?
We help people. It's who we are. You may think we're weird, but it's true. I'm Shion. This is Alphen.
Nazamil.
Nazamil. Is that your name?
Hey!
We're going to Nias, aren't we?
Right. Nice to meet you, Nazamil.
Alphen! Shion!
Shion!
Yo!
It's been so long!
It has. You're both looking well.
Never been better. Well, just talking about us, though.
There's apparently some trouble in town.
Kisara, Dohalim. The gang's all here.
So, what's this trouble you mentioned?
Renans have returned to the city, living alongside the Danans here.
There were a lot of vacant houses after the mess with Almadria, right? Some refugees from Lenegus have taken up residence in them.
Bayfon decided to take them in, but not everyone has been so welcoming.
That's putting it lightly. The situation's a bit of a powder keg. The smallest spark could set it off.
So Renans do live here. If that's the case, then why?
Oh, who's that?
This? This is Nazamil.
I'm Rinwell, and this here is Hootle. Nice to meet ya. Woo!
Some Danans from around here are after her. Because her father is a lord.
A lord?
I see. So she draws more attention than your average Renan, then.
We've brought her along so we can at least figure out what's going on. Plus, there's the mausoleum issue. Let's go see Bayfon.
You see, we were actually just there, but he's out, and we couldn't meet with him.
Then, for now, how about we take Nazamil to the area where the Renans live?
Huh, not a bad idea. You okay with that, Nazamil?
It's good to see you guys, but with the city being so on edge, it's hard to relax.
The Renans and Danans here don't trust each other. This place is a far cry from Vicent.
What about Pelagian? You took in most of the refugees from Lenegus, didn't you?
I've settled them on different levels of the city, so contact between the two cultures is minimal.
Better to gather all the Renans in one place to avoid unnecessary conflicts, huh?
And with the Lord guy here in charge, no one can do anything too crazy.
Come on, he's carrying out his duties as the Renan representative.
But if that's true, are you sure it's okay to leave the city?
Fortunately, I have people there I can rely on. Leaving for a short while shouldn't be a problem.
And Kisara, you're the captain of those new troops in Vicent, right?
That's right, the Service Corps. We're made up of former members of the Guard and armored soldiers. We serve as the people's shield in the new era. I'm not used to teaching so many new recruits, but I'm managing somehow.
Rinwell, you're in Vicent too, aren't you? Is your nose still stuck in a book all the time?
Yep. There are too many books to read, so I always end up cooped up at home.
Hey, you go out sometimes, like when you're investigating the ruins.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, not really. It's just that sometimes I guard caravans as part of the Crimson Crows, you know? So whenever I stop by Vicent, I pop in to help with stuff. Anyway, what have you been up to, Alphen?
Are you and Shion still traveling around as usual?
Yeah, I don't feel ready to settle down in one place just yet. Shion?
Sorry. It's been a while, but it doesn't feel like anyone's changed, you know?
You're right. It really feels like the old days.
I know we've got a lot of catching up to do, but Nazamil must be getting bored by now.
You're right. Sorry, Nazamil.
I don't mind. I wonder what the Renans here were doing when Nazamil was being chased down. She doesn't seem too excited to see them.
You think they had something to do with it?
I'm not sure. It's possible.
Nazamil? What are you doing back here?
Away with you! You don't belong here. How many times do we have to say it?
How could you say such a thing? She's a Renan just like you, and a child at that.
if it isn't the blazing sword. The very person who destroyed our society. You're one to talk.
You Renans value lineage and social standing, don't you? Nazamil is the daughter of a lord.
Her father was a lord, yes. He was the esteemed Lord Urwagil Hildress, the former Water Lord.
Urwagil, the lord who preceded Volron.
But that girl's mother is just some embedded nobody!
Her mother is a Danon?
The blood of a glorious lord mixed with that of a lowly slave. It's repugnant.
That girl is no Renan. Every one of us here agrees on that.
Hey! Bastards just spewed their hatred and left.
A child with both Danon and Renan blood. Is that even possible?
In the old world, I'd heard rumors that it happened on rare occasions, but not of any children that reached her age.
You knew this would happen, didn't you? Why didn't you say something, even though you knew it would be painful?
It was too much to explain, and I'm in no pain.
But it's wrong to judge someone because of how they were born.
Let's go back to look for Bayfon. It's better than staying here.
You said you weren't in any pain, but is that really true?
Why do you ask?
Is it possible you just got used to the pain?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Bayfon!
Wow, look who it is. It's been a while, hasn't it? Huh? Nazamil. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. So, some of the refugees we took in from Lenegus knew of Nazamil's identity, huh? The situation in Niez is delicate, to say the least. So I thought it would be better if I sent her to Vicint.
I guess some unhappy residents went after her before she could make it there.
Yeah, that's why I went looking for her as soon as I found out. It's fortunate that you found her first. I would just send her off on her way, but she may be attacked again.
Yes, that is true. However, it would be just as dangerous for her to stay here, too.
Well, okay then. Why don't we escort her to Vicint ourselves?
What about while we're at the mausoleum? Things being as they are, she can't just wait around here.
Or we could take her with us to the mausoleum. It's dangerous to send her off, and it's dangerous for her to stay. She'll be safest with us there to protect her.
I'm fine with protecting her, but doesn't the mausoleum have its own dangers?
You're right, that is a concern. However, with all of us there, I think we'll be okay.
Sounds good to me. After all, it's better to stick together than split up.
We can head back to Vicint after we finished at the mausoleum. Is that okay with you, Nazamil?
Sure.
Just where is the mausoleum anyway?
In the ruins at Adon Lake. It's pretty deep in, so you'll need to be cautious.
It's easy to forget in Menancia, but the enmity between Danans and Renans still runs deep.
Hearts and minds cannot change as quickly as circumstances. We must be patient.
I guess that's a mature way of looking at it.
The mausoleum is just up ahead, huh?
Careful. There might be Zoogles around, so... what?
Oh, that wasn't you? Then...
Are you hungry?
No, that wasn't...
It's perfectly normal for your stomach to growl when you're hungry. It's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about.
As long as it's not you, I guess.
What was that?
Nothing. It's not a good idea to take on a mausoleum on an empty stomach. Why don't we eat first?
Great idea, Alphen.
Oh, it's been a while since I last had Kisara's cooking.
We're not putting it all on Kisara. We're going to cook together.
Really, I'm not...
It seems everyone's in the mood to cook. If it's not too much trouble, we'd love for you to join us.
I had an idea for something we could make with what we have on hand, but it looks like I'm still short on a few ingredients. Luckily, I think we can find them around here.
No problem. Let's start looking.
Nazamiel, do you have any foods you particularly like or dislike?
Not really.
Nothing in particular? That would make you a lot easier to deal with than a certain somebody.
Hey, don't act like I'm a picky eater.
No one said she was talking about you.
It's been a while since we all ate together. I'm looking forward to this.
That's fine. Just don't make anything spicy.
I know.
Oh,
Play nice with Boodle, okay, Nazamiel?
has he always been your pet?
We've been together for years now. But he's more like family than a pet.
Family.
That equipment should come in handy.
Well, that's strange. I wasn't expecting us to find a teleporter while looking for ingredients.
I wonder where it leads.
Regrettably, it looks like this one's target coordinates were never set. Until someone enters a destination, it's useless.
It's weird to find a teleporter out on its own like this.
Nazamiel, everything okay? What is that? Some kind of decoration?
Looks like a Danan relic. This is a land full of ruins, so it's not at all unusual.
That looks familiar for some reason. I'm sure I've seen it before. That's right! It's a good luck charm! I saw an illustration in an old book once.
Does it have some kind of special power?
Nah, nothing like that. This is the sort of thing you give to your family, or someone special, so you can feel connected with them, no matter how far apart you may be.
I guess the way people express their feelings is the same now as it was back then.
I don't need it. I don't have anyone like that.
Well, in that case, can I hold on to it then?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay. Why don't we head for the campsite and start cooking?
What should I fix today?
Wasabi!
Rice! Ice cream!
Meat!
Caviar!
You guys aren't helping.
I'm stuffed. It's nice eating with everyone like this, don't you think?
Indeed. It feels so liberating to relax under this beautiful sky. Moments like these are priceless.
Especially given how much you've been cooped up in your office lately. You've earned a break.
Hey, you okay? You don't look too good. Are you feeling sick?
I'm fine. It's just that it's a little uncomfortable. I've almost never eaten with others.
Oh, because both Danans and Renans... Well, what about your family?
I don't know anything about my mother. I've never met her.
What about your father?
My father would only visit when he needed me for something. And when he did, he would yell and beat me. The other members of my house did the same.
What?
So no, we didn't share meals.
Well then, I guess that makes us the first.
Huh?
Let me tell you a secret. You see, when you eat with people you're close to, it always makes food taste that much better.
Why is that?
That's a good question.
I suppose it's because when we share the same food, we're also sharing the joy of it.
Not only that, conversations are more lively when you're eating good food, too.
Food tastes better when it's shared.
There's more to a meal than simply filling your stomach. And knowing that is part of what motivates people to cook a good meal.
The food was really good.
Let's eat together again, okay?
You know, there's something about Nazamil that reminds me of Dohalim. She's
Elegant.
Yes, exactly!
My family was strict about manners.
No surprise there. Your father being a lord. Law, you can be so insensitive sometimes.
I don't mind. My house is gone now anyway.
That was back on Lenegis, right? When did you come down to Dana?
When my father joined the crown contest as a lord, we came down together.
Oh yeah, Ganeth Harrows, right? But didn't Voron...
Why are you asking anyway?
Why? The more we know about each other, the quicker we can become friends, right?
Is that how all of you became friends?
I suppose so. Getting to know each other is an important step in learning to understand one another. It can be difficult to trust a stranger, but once you understand them better, you can move toward becoming friends. Still, why don't we change the topic to something more cheerful?
I don't know any cheerful topics.
I noticed while we were eating that you have really good table manners, Nazamil.
Is that something you were taught on Lenegis?
Yes, I had to memorize everything. I'd get hit if I made a mistake. Can I ask you something?
Of course. Ask us anything.
What I am. It doesn't bother you at all?
What, the thing about your parents? I mean, sure, it was a little surprising, but we're not really ones to talk when it comes to being unusual.
He's right. We are a rather strange group, all things told.
Exactly. For example, I'm Danon. But I'm also part of a mage clan that can use astral arts.
Dohalim here is a Renan lord who prefers poetry over power.
So, is that why you were with the Blazing Sword? With Alphen? Because you were different from others?
I suppose I appreciate how he embraces our eclectic natures. But that is not the only reason. We all have our differences, big or small. The question is, how we look at those differences.
What about Alphen and Shion?
In terms of different, those two are in a class all of their own. They're especially unique. But in the end, we see each other as fellow human beings. And when it comes down to it, all our differences are insignificant compared to that.
In other words, the way we see it, you're really not that different from the rest of us, Nazamil. So I'm sure we can be friends.
Friends? Yeah.
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy.
It's huge. Gotta break through.
With darkness!
Now you see what I can do. Blow away. I'm on it. Hit a word.
Magic is there!
Blazing storm. This one's all mine. Blow away. Beat this enough today. Sugar cup. Rising Wyvern.
It looks like you got this one covered.
Thanks, Shion.
It's not the first time.
And I'm still grateful.
Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Will this help?
Demon Missile.
Healing circle!
Double Demon Fang. Coming through. Ha! Mount. Scarlet Inferno. Slash. I'm on it. This should do it. Stay away from my friend!
There you go! Don't let up! Seal! Lord with the stop!
That did it! Nothing gets by me! Demon Fang! Not my Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back from
Okay,
death to
here I go!
I'll bring you back from death to this! Resuscitation! Here, right here! Burn with darkness!
Super Blade! Talon Hurricane!
Searing Flame! Don't leave me! Crumble! I'll bring you back from death to this! Here's a rage! With hands in the sky is mine! Magic is hands! Never fit!
There, an opening!
Start with a punch, then land a kick, and you're history!
Do it!
Law!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
I'll bring you back from death to this!
I'm on it! Blazing Flame!
Taste this!
Now you see what I can
The
do!
enemy is going all
Rising
out!
Line Discernal! Nice, now I can keep at it.
I didn't heal you just so you can get hurt again.
I know.
I'll bring you back from death to this!
Take this! Rising Falcon!
Magic is hands!
I owe you one.
Holy land!
Eat this!
One more! I'm all stuffed up! Don't give up!
Do this all day!
I'll bring you back from death to
Medically
this!
approved!
Take more! Hit! Light! Magic is hands! Sleep now! I'll be saving to the hurricane!
Eagle Fist to it! Now I'm in the groove!
Banana, let's go!
Let's tear him up!
That'll bring you down! Take Raging Orb!
Not today!
Dance in the wind! Will this help? Sleep now!
Double Demon Fang! No! Can't end here!
Burning! I'll bring you back from death to this!
Inferno Punch!
Resuscitation! Raging Cascade! A new leaf on
Not
life!
done yet!
Dance in the wind!
Demon Fang!
Now you see what I can do! Now I'm in the groove!
A new leaf on life!
Such a failure.
Is this as bad as it looks?
Yeah, it really is. But even so, we can't let them win.
Right! Stay sharp!
Not done yet!
What was I thinking? I'll bring you back from death to this! Holy land! Resuscitation! A new leaf on life!
They'll pay for that! This should do it!
Denied!
Rising Wyvern!
Let me help! Ready!
Rising Phoenix! Whirlwind Snap!
May 1,000 games carry you to
Sword
strike!
Lane Alpha!
Eagle Front! Here's a healing art! First
There
aid!
you go!
These sticks have got your name on them!
They're not playing around!
Inspiration!
I can do this like you all
If
down.
it's in the sky, it's mine! Mega ray! In here! I'll bring... Back from death to this! This one's mine!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back... From death to this! One more time! Resuscitation!
Take this!
Here's a healing art!
Demon Fang!
Carry it to bread! Got me nailed! By the power of... Far enough! I'll bring you...
Inspiration!
Time for one more!
Not done yet!
Here we
Go again!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Raging Cascade! Sleep...
Can't end here!
Art sealed! Raging Cascade!
Medically approved!
I'll bring you back from death to
do this all day.
Now! Don't leave! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Here it is. Bayfon was right.
This is a mausoleum?
Yeah, that's what we call them. They were originally built on Rena.
And now they're here. Since Dana and Rena fused together a year ago, most of them are underground. But sometimes you can find one above the surface, like this.
We got back together so we could deal with them.
We don't know what kind of machines or Zeugles might be inside. Make sure you stay close to us.
Okay, got it.
It doesn't look like anyone's gone up ahead.
Then let's go. Stay close to us, Nazamil.
Walking together like this, it's like we're back in the old days.
The old days? It's only been a year.
But after the battle with the Great Spirit, so many things have happened. A lot has changed.
Great Spirit. Is it true it's the collective will that manifests from all the astral energy within a world?
Yes. Rena's great spirit manifested a will of its own and engineered the conflict between Dana and Rena. Together, we fought it 1 year ago.
In the end, Alphen's power defeated the Great Spirit, allowing its astral energy to finally become one with Dana's. And now, with the Great Spirit no longer influencing the Renan people, our two cultures finally have a chance to unite as well.
So all of that is something that the Blazing Sword... that Alphen did? He's the reason the world is the way it is now?
I mean, he's the one who did it. But it's more like it's this way because it was always supposed to be. The problem is, instead of seeing this as a new world, both Danans and Renans think that Dana just absorbed Rena into itself.
I mean, that is what it looks like, so I get the confusion. Rena disappears, then there's all these Renan buildings popping up everywhere, hollowing, and that sky.
It's a difficult situation. The Renans lost their home when Lenegus collapsed, and the Danans feel like they're being invaded by all the resulting refugees. Most Renans are currently living in Pelagian, but there are some who have traveled outside Ganath Haros to settle in other regions and Danan cities. In some cases, like in Niez, accepting them in has resulted in tensions. And then the mausoleums are a problem as well.
Guess the only thing that hasn't changed is the wandering Zeugles.
Even Zeugles aren't the same. They're more violent than before, probably due to the merging of the worlds.
As you can see, we still have a lot of issues to deal with, but we're trying to solve them as best we can.
I see.
You know, Nazamil sure is fearless.
Now that you mention it, she is, isn't she? Maybe she's stronger than she looks.
Can I ask you something?
You don't have to ask that every time. What is it?
What kind of place is this mausoleum?
Well, it seems like it was originally supposed to help delay the collapse of Rena by controlling astral energy. But it's still operating, and that's not good.
Astral energy in this world is now composed of 6 elements, after Rena and Dana became one.
Just like it was supposed to be from the very beginning.
But before they merged, Dana had only 5 elements. Currently, the balance of energy is still shifting to achieve equilibrium. We believe these mausoleums are interfering with the flow of astral energy, preventing that balance. So we decided it's better to disable them.
So having 6 elements is normal?
Right. But something went wrong a long time ago, and they were divided. Rena got all the dark astral energy, and Dana got the light.
When I was small, my father told me that I have all 6 elements, so it was my duty to master them.
Undoubtedly, it's due to you having both Renan and Danan blood. In a way, you're a herald of a new era. Is something wrong?
No. For a moment I was just worried you were going to say something like, "What a fascinating specimen." Sorry.
Ah. And here I thought I was getting better at reading the room.
Anyway, this new world of ours needs all 6 elements in proper balance, so we're shutting down the mausoleums to help that happen.
So 6 elements are part of a new era. I never thought of it like that before.
Renan...
What a strange place. It's unlike any Renan or Danan structures I've seen before. Are they all like this?
We've seen a few of them, and I'd say they're mostly like this, yes.
Do you know a lot about architecture, Nazamil?
No. Was that an odd thing to ask?
Not at all. It just means you're perceptive.
You're alert and paying attention to your surroundings. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and being curious is how you learn things. Speaking of which, I'm very curious about you.
Because I'm different?
Because you're interesting. And I want to get to know you, Nazamil.
You do?
We all do. Personally, I look forward to hearing more of what you have to say.
I'll try to think of something.
Having everyone together like this makes me feel like we're back in the old days.
The old days? It hasn't been that long, has it? Although I'm glad to hear that what you consider the old days is the present day here with us.
I feel like there's something really important on the other side of that door.
How do you know that?
It's just something you sort of pick up. The design of the door, I guess?
In other words, it's nothing more than a hunch.
Now you see what I can do!
Hold on to your arms. Where are you going? Water
No! Dragon Swarm! They got me flanked!
Looks like you're doing well, Law.
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push! Then we'll take them down!
Don't you think you've saved up enough power at this point?
Demons descend! Flashing Fang! No enemy can
Stand against us! By the thing with darkness!
be still! No escape! Blue Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
More sequels?
Keep calm and take them down! Surrounded?
Brimwell, I'm on my...
You're finished!
Oh!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
No, that'd be silly.
Rinwell, are you ready?
Of course! I won't let them use any more after.
Right. Leave the protection to me and show them everything you've got.
Healing circle!
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
As usual, it's full of machines that do who knows what.
They're productions of foreign technology, every one of them. Trying to divine their purpose would be a fool's errand.
I'd recommend against touching them, Nazamil. Nazamil?
A crest?
Nazamil, is that?
No, it's not what you think.
She vanished! Nazamil! Wait! Nazamil! Where are you?
A crest appears, then she disappears. Just who the hell is she?
We can discuss that later. First, we need to find her.
I could do this all day!
Raging Cascade! Field!
I owe you one.
Time to use this shield!
Okay, here I go.
I can do it!
Throw away!
Hard Steel!
Swallow Blade!
Healing Circle!
Raging
Your dreams!
You picked the wrong fight.
Sorry!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that!
I'll bring you back from death abyss.
Here I come!
Resuscitation!
Eat this! Armor won't save you!
By the
Turn
power
right
of
alpha!
water! In here!
Blew away!
That's
enough!
Now or never. I really owe you one.
Take this! Almost there.
Don't let your guard down.
Where are you going?
Can't get out of this!
It's too much!
Will this help? More where that came from!
Thanks, Shion.
It's not the first time.
And I'm still grateful.
Reload! Back into the front!
Denied!
Never win! Sweet now! More for the stockpile!
Nazamil!
Helganquil.
It's all right. They haven't woken. These are the Helganquil, the true people of Renna. They're sometimes discovered like this. I suppose that's why these places are called mausoleums.
Why did you run off? It's dangerous to be in here all by yourself.
Careful! Something's coming!
Well, guess we aren't getting out of this one.
No one appreciates a rude awakening.
Don't you think this ruckus is way more of a nuisance? There you are! Raging Cascade! Gemini Aqua! Get to the window! In here!
Inferno punch! Take this!
This one!
Demon
Let's tear him up!
You guys,
Electric Falcon!
Ice Tornado!
It's go time! First
Divine
strike!
Streak!
I'll smash you!
Let's stay there, Nazamil.
don't move. Stay put.
Double Demon Fang!
Eat dirt!
Where are you going?
Use the shield!
Will this
Swallow
help?
Blade!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Here's a healing arm!
Wait,
Come on!
Tornado!
Here you
Burn!
go!
Swallow dance!
By the power of
Take
water!
this!
Gemini Aqua!
Flame!
Ranger! Flame! Reload! I'm out of arrows! Squall! Healing Circle! The flames will
Rising
roar!
Wyvern!
In here!
Thanks, Shion.
It's not the first time.
And I'm still grateful.
Can't be
Sonic Thrust!
Up in
We're
here!
almost there. Let's finish this, everyone.
Right! Time to end this for good.
I've got your back.
Let's draw the curtain.
Now,
Smash you!
Dazzle! Can't get out of this!
I'll fix you up!
Swallow Blade!
I'll finish you here and now!
May 1,000 gales carry you to tread!
Double Demon
I'm out of
Fang!
ammo! Please!
Rising Wyvern! The flame inside me yearns to be
I'm all
let
strong!
free!
Lost my
Eat this! Be still! Rising Chaos!
Surrender!
Rising Wyvern!
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
It stopped. I think that should be the last of them.
Nazamil. Please don't run off again. That crest earlier. Was that?
Was that why you ran? Because you were afraid?
I hate this. I hate everything about it. Because I'm not a Renan. I'm not a Danon. Everyone has always said that I'm not normal. And now I've been taken to this weird place. And my body's become even more unnatural. Next, you'll all probably toss me aside. I know that everyone hates me. People always have. Even my own father hates me. Everyone! I'm different from everyone! I just don't fit in anywhere!
Nazamil!
But that's...
The power I didn't ask for. One that was forced upon me. I've lost so much because of it. Just like you. But even so, I have friends who accept me. And one thing I'm certain of, they'll accept you too. If you want them to.
But
You are an aberration. As you are now, you're a worthless child. If you don't like it, try being of use for once.
Let's go back. Nazamil.
I told you, didn't I? When it comes to this group, we're all just a bunch of oddballs.
Before we leave, let's finish what we came here to do.
what's that?
Sealing the door to this room. There. That should do it.
What did you do?
We disabled the main function so no one else can enter. We wouldn't want any miscreants getting in and causing mischief.
What about the Helganquil?
They will continue to sleep safely. We only disabled the functions of the mausoleum itself.
Do you guys always do stuff like this?
When we find mausoleums, yeah?
There should be a facility somewhere that oversees all the mausoleums, though.
Until we can locate it, this is what we have to do.
Shion and I are capable of sealing the mausoleums. The problem is, they tend to be nothing but Zeugles inside and out.
Besides, considering the current state of the world, it's too soon to get other people involved, or to let word of the mausoleum spread too far.
That's why every time a mausoleum is found, we all gather and take care of it on our own.
Yup. And I'll take any excuse to get everyone back together again.
I see.
We're all done here, so let's head back to Niez and report to Bayfon.
By the way, Alphen, what happened to your Sovereign outfit? That's some high-class gear, isn't it?
It's at docks with Shion's outfit. It stands out too much.
I admit, I fail to see how your current attire does so any less. Is it difficult to be seen as a hero?
I don't like being called the Blazing Sword.
Really?
Yeah. Danins and Renans make all kinds of assumptions just from that name. It doesn't feel good to be judged by people I've never even met.
Yeah.
Although I do admit it's a contradiction for me to say that while carrying around the very sword that gave me that name.
Perhaps. However, we need the sword to accomplish our current task. That's why you restored it with the Sovereign's powers, correct?
You're right. It was necessary. Nazamil, there's something I need to apologize for.
Apologize to me? Why?
It's probably my fault that you were a test subject at Lenegis.
Alphen, wait a second.
What do you mean?
The ones who experimented on the two of you did so for their own purposes.
Dohalim.
I understand how you feel. but there's no need to phrase things in such a misleading manner.
Can you please explain? I want to know.
It all started a long time ago, because Rena's great spirit wanted to absorb Dana's astral energy. Lenegis was created for that purpose, and the Sovereign was one of its parts.
Alphen escaped, but the Great Spirit needed a replacement to achieve its plan.
So they took me?
Yes. A lot of people were experimented on. You were one of them.
Your crest was incomplete. Perhaps your modifications were not completely finished.
Because of Volron. Because he was completed first.
1 year ago, we may have met Nazamil in a different manner. I don't know why they let you go, but we can thank that for allowing us to encounter one another.
And you, Shion?
Mine was inherited. It was one of my ancestors who underwent modification.
So in a way, you being taken was a result of my actions. I'm sorry, Nazamil.
It's okay. You don't have to be. You didn't wish for it. And I'm no different from you. Besides, I didn't lose anything by being a test subject. And more than that, it makes me happy to know that there are other people like me.
Nazamil.
Looks like you took care of everything. As impressive as ever.
Any updates on the situation in town?
Yeah, but nothing good. There's no end to the people looking to stir up trouble here. Both Danans and Renans alike. Yeah, to be honest, sometimes I wonder if taking in those Renan refugees was the right... No, I can't go thinking like that.
Regardless of the difficulties, I want to believe that your decision to not turn the Renans away was the correct one.
I want to as well. But at any rate, Nazamil shouldn't stay here. It isn't safe for her. Not that it's her fault, but... Sorry, Nazamil.
It's fine, don't worry.
Thanks, Bayfon. All right, everyone. Let's head to Vicent.
So, Alphen, how many of these mausoleums do you think we've sealed up so far?
Oh, I've lost track. They've been all over the world by now.
This journey's grown longer than I expected.
Say, Shion, are you getting tired?
No, I'm fine. Why? Do I look tired? Have my clothes gotten a bit messy? Oh, or my hair. Or maybe I have bags under my eyes.
No, not at all. It's just as battle ready as ever. What I'm trying to say is, you're not forcing yourself to do this, are you?
What do you mean?
Just that maybe you'd rather live a calm life somewhere, you know? Away from fighting, where you can wear whatever you like.
Alphen, it sounds to me like you're misunderstanding something. I'm not forcing myself to do anything, okay? We're the only ones who can seal the mausoleums, right? I'm doing this because I want to. After all, I could hardly live in peace knowing the world's still in trouble. And these clothes? I wear them because I like them. I chose all of this for myself. This whole journey we're on, I want to be on it with you. To travel with you. That's why even now,
Well, that's good then. Sorry for the strange question.
Okay then. I guess that's the end of that. Come on, let's go, Alphen.
Right. Let's go, Shion.
We've arrived. This is Vicent, where Danans and Renans live as equals.
Equals? Even me?
Yes. I personally guarantee it.
I know it's hard to believe after Nies. We felt the same way when we first arrived.
It may do you some good to observe the city while we're on our way to visit Droshin.
Who's that?
He looks after everyone who just moved here. He'll help with all the procedures you need to go through.
You might as well check the place out. You can decide whether to live here after that.
Okay.